Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Boilermakers will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Notre Dame's offense will take the field first. The last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Finds a spot in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So Purdue's offense will have its first possession of the game. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
Not much much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. And the Boilermakers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes a grab for a big play. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, what a move. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Ross. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Dropping back, it's Carr. Quickly to the tight end. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day. Finds the tight end. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a 1st down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bauman. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Carr. Grabbed near the marker, it's Pauly. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wants to throw again. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's McCoby. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Nice run. Great job by the running back, making a cut, getting north-south, getting some positive yards. Now setting up a 4th and short decision for you. What do you got on deck? What are you going to call?
The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Takes the handoff. It's Love. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start the third quarter with the run. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Boilermakers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll try it again. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoby. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires one high and deep. It's caught. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
The Boilermakers are marching down the field. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
The Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The pull and throw off the RPO. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Firing deep. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Locke. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Looking for room, it's Locke. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
The sure hands, it's Locke.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Rushes on him. Makes the grab, it's Locke. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Absolutely perfect. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
I am not always the most positive guy towards kickers. We all know that. But how about that, man? First opportunity in the game, in the fourth quarter, when your team needed it, the game now tied because of his foot.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He's got it on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Ross. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Oh, he's got a chance. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Boilermakers will punt this one away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. 1st down, you get the sack. 2nd down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting at 3rd and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense down right now.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, now 4th down in your own end. With this much time left, do you trust your defense to get a stop? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. If you don't, then you need to go for this right now, and you need to try to go win this game.
They booted away on 4th down. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those 1st downs, and just make that clock run.
Score is deadlocked, and the clock is winding down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. He lets it fly. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. They'll immediately call timeout. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This for the lead and very likely the win. Dead center perfect. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. And he takes this from inside the 5. They make the stop. The coverage team up to the challenge as they put a stop to the return and an end to the game. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up